Hello Marley, my name's Brett and I'm your grandfather. There's a few different words for grandfather. Some people call them grandpa. That sounds a bit old to me, so I don't like that one. Some people call them poppy. That's a flower, I don't want to be a flower. And some people call their grandfather Pop. I like Pop. So next time I see you, you can say, hello Pop. And I got a story for you today, just like your Nanny Deb. So this one, I can't tell them as good as Nanny Deb, but it's a good story about Brian the Smelly Bear. Whew, smelly. Brian the Smelly Bear by Mark Chambers. Brian is a very smelly bear, but he doesn't seem to care. I smell nice, he shouts. I am clean. His friends, however, are not so keen. I think Brian thinks he doesn't smell, but his friends think he smells. Some cough, some wheeze and hold their noses tight. His best pals, the rabbits, leap far out of sight. And that one's going, yuck! They're coughing, oof, he smells. But Brian doesn't seem to have a clue. He says, Others say, poo. Brian's quite happy because he doesn't think he smells. He smells out the bushes, he honks out the shed. His stench would keep spiders away from your bed. That's not a bad thing. Look at the little spiders. They're not going near him because he smells too much. He stinks out the pond and pongs out the wood. You'd be wise to run away as far as you could, especially if you don't like bad smells. See them all running away from Brian the Smelly Bear? You know anything that smells? How about some of the things you eat? Do they smell funny? It looks like it from the look on your face sometimes. The frog's groan, ooh. The hedgehog says, whoa. But Brian just rolls in the mud on the floor. I smell great, he says. I don't sniff. You wouldn't say that if you caught a whiff. Whew, he must really smell. They're a long way away from him. One morning old Badger said, that's enough. What are we to do with that big stinky scruff? He's got a graph showing how smelly he is. We just can't go on. He's putting us to shame. His smell is so awful, but to him it seems tame. Everyone agrees they have to do something about Brian the Smelly Bear. His friends made a plan named Mission Scrub and armed themselves with soap and a tub. Well, looks like Brian's going to get a bath. Hey Brian, they called, come on over here. Brian looked at them puzzled, scratching his ear. We found an old bath. It's full of mud and it stinks. The animals all whispered, well, that's what he thinks. Hoping they're tricking Brian the Smelly Bear. Brian grinned as he ran, the ultimate dash. He leapt high as a kite, then down with a splash. That would happen if he fell in our pool. See our nice pool over there? That's what would happen if Brian fell in there, a great big splash. I might go for a swim later, it's a lovely day, nice and warm, the water's warming up, we might all go for a swim. This tub isn't full of stinky smelly stuff, it's just soapy water, Brian said in a huff. They tricked him. So Brian has smelt more than anyone you know. More than rotten old socks and fluff on your toe. Now smells just like flowers and has changed his name to just Brian Bear, never smelly again. Ah, that's good, Brian smells better. All his friends can come back close to him again. I hope you enjoyed that story and stay tuned for the next story from your Nanny Deb. Bye bye Marley.